Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Mr. Ainsworth, and we're going to get into a cool spreadsheet project here using Google Sheets, otherwise known as Excel. All right, it's a spreadsheet program online to create a spreadsheet that gives us the loan amount, the down payment, the loan amount. It gives us information on discount points, whether they're positive or negative, information on our monthly housing budget, that 25 to 30% range of your monthly income, and also information on our front end and back end ratio, everything that we talked about in Chapter 7 when it comes to home loans. All right, so this is digitizing, putting everything you learned in Chapter 7 on a spreadsheet. So this is pretty cool. So what's cool about it is that if you enter in a purchase price of the home, let's say $400,000 house, I'm going to change this here. At 5% down, you're going to be putting 20% down or 20,000 down. That's 5% of 400,000. That means you are going to have a loan amount of 380,000 because 400,000 minus 20,000 is 380,000. And then if you have an interest rate, let's change this to 3.25 or 3.25% at 30 years, you're going to be paying about $1,653 a month right there. Now, if you want to change, if you want to purchase points, let's say you want to purchase 2 points at a discount rate of 0.125%, you could do that and it will lower your monthly payment by a little over $51. So how do you design such a spreadsheet so that when you enter in the loan amount or the purchase price and the interest rate and whatever percent down you want, it calculates everything for you. So that's the goal of the exercise. We want to develop something like this. So let's go into Canvas. Let's do it together here. So open up Canvas here. Go into your financial algebra. Go to the bottom where it says Google Sheet Projects. Click on the mortgage one at the bottom of there. There's only one page on that. Okay. Open up the spreadsheet link right here. All right. And then, what I think what we could do is we can click and hold. Maybe we can copy link. Go into your Safari here. Let me see if this will work. I'm just going to test this out on my end. I'm going to open up a new page. I'm going to paste it in and then go. Let's see if this works. Oh, wow. Look at that. Okay, that's what you should do right there. So you copy it and then you open up your Safari because you want to see this menu at the top up here. Okay, the Google Sheet app does not have this menu. And so without it, formatting things is a pain in the butt. In fact, I don't even know how to do it yet. So do it in Safari so you get the menu up here, and then you could format your cells any way you want. All right, so again, this is a video here, so you can go ahead and pause, play, rewind, and listen to it as many times as you want, right? It's a video, so use it effectively. All right, so here we go. Let's put in a purchase price of $500,000, so type that in. Now, I formatted the cells for you in this. I did all the typing, the design, and everything for you. Typically, if you're going to do this on your own, obviously, you'd have to format it yourself, whether it's a dollar, currency, or percent, or decimal, whole number, whatever. And you'd also have to type in all these categories, too. So this spreadsheet, took for me a while to design. I gave you the template, so all you have to do is learn how to enter things as formulas only, okay? So keep that in mind. You don't type in... Well, a couple basic things you type in as a number, like the purchase price and the percent down payment, that you do. But most of it's formula driven, and I'm going to show you how to do that today. The minimum percent down on a home loan is 5%, so let's put that in. Calculate the down payment is your first formula here. So every formula starts off with an equal sign, all right? And you want to take 5% of 500,000. You already know how to do that from Chapter 7. So you click on 5%, which is located in B6. Okay, so you don't type in 5, you type in the cell number where it's located. All right, again, you type in a formula, not the number itself. Now, the time symbol is found by Shift 8 on your keyboard. Okay, it's called the asterisk. There's your time sign. And you want to multiply it by your purchase price, which is 500,000, located in B5. So it's B6 times B5. There's your formula. And remember, every formula starts off with an equal sign. And you hit enter, which is kind of like your go button on your calculator. That tells the Excel or Google Sheet program to actually calculate it. So one more time, if you click back on here, if you notice at the top of the screen, your formula is at the top in the address bar or the formula bar. And it tells you what exactly the formula is. It's equals B6 times B5. So if you go back up here, and let's say you change it to 600,000. Now 500 5% of 600,000 is 30,000. So I know it's working correctly. Okay, if you want to change it from 5% to 10%, then you're going to be putting 60,000 down. Okay, let's go back to 500,000 though, just as a number to play with. Oop, not 5 million. Change that. Okay, let's change 10% to 5%. All right, now let's go over here to F5. And now your loan amount is your purchase price minus your down. I even put that in the title. These are all concepts from chapter 7, by the way, so you have to know this stuff. Okay, so you type in equals, you go over here to your purchase price, you subtract the down payment. It's that, so you just click on it, basically. So it's B5 minus B7. Press enter, and the loan amount now that you're going to be borrowing from the bank is $475,000. Now we need interest rate to play with. This can be changed later, but let's just go ahead and enter in 3.25%, which is a common interest rate about 7 years ago, or even like 3 or 4 years ago. It's now in 2024, you're probably at 6, 7, maybe 8% because of the inflation. But back in the day when I financed, I was down to the near 3%, which was pretty good interest rate. Typical home loan for a house is 30 years, although you can get a 20 or 15-year loan, but let's put in 30. 30-year loan is 360 months, but what you want to do is you type in a formula. So we're going to go 30 times 12, so F7. So you click on 30, which is an F7, use asterisk times 12, and now convert it to months. And now here comes your monthly payment formula. Okay, so I'm going to do it 2 different ways. So I'm going to use the monthly payment formula that you're familiar with. So I'm going to start off with the loan amount, which is located in F5, times, all right, parentheses now, the interest rate divided by 12. So that would be F6 divided by 12, parentheses. Now here you want to go times, so you go Shift 8, which is your times symbol again. You can't go back to back with parentheses. Excel does not allow that. You have to put in an asterisk for your times symbol everywhere you multiply it. Now here you're going to go times 1 plus the interest rate, which is located up here in F6 again. Divide that by 12. So the slash is your division. Close the parentheses, and now you got to raise it to the power. So you're going to go Shift 6. That's your caret, or the hat as they call it. That's your exponent button, and you're going to click on 360 because that's the number of months. And then you're going to divide it by the denominator, and here we go. You're going to double up on the left because you need 2 parentheses around the denominator. 1 plus the interest rate. Okay, divided by 12. It's always R divided by 12. All right, we got to raise that to a power. And you know it's to the 360th power here, minus 1. And then close it off with parentheses. Okay, now if you hit return, you should get $2,067.23. And if you look up at the top here, you can see the entire formula. Okay, so whenever you want to look at the formula again, you just click on the cell and then go up here to the menu bar, and it'll show you what the formula is. Okay, now we want to work with some discount points. So let's suppose we want 3 discount points. We're going to purchase 3. Okay, now we need to put in our interest rate here, and it's equal to this one over here. So it's equal to F6. Don't type in 3.25%. Type in equals F6. Hit return or enter. Our typical interest or discount as a decimal or as a percentage is 0.125%. In fact, you know what? Let me type that in. So in our workbook, we use 0.125% as our discount. Now, this is the percentage, okay? But we type it in as a decimal. I had a little trouble formatting this one here, so I'm going to type it in as a decimal, 0.00125. Okay, now if you want to go back up to that value, and if you want to change that to a percent, you click on percent, and it'll change it to it. Click on the at the menu bar up here at the top, click on this symbol here, and it'll show one more digit, because for some reason a spreadsheet always naturally rounds to the nearest hundredth. And so if you want to see all 3 digits, just use that symbol at the very top. And there's our discount right there. Our new APR is equal to the old one, which is right up here in J6, minus the number of points, which is 3, times our discount rate. Okay, and then you hit enter. And if I want to see all the digits there, so I'm going to go back up to my menu bar and I'm going to expand it to one more digit. I want to see 4 digits right there. And then if you look at the menu bar here, you'll see what the formula is. Okay. Let me go back to that. So there you go. So look up here at the top, J6 minus J5 times J7. But again, this is on your concept sheet, or should be on a concept sheet. The new APR is nothing but the old one minus the number of points times the discount as a percent. There we go. Now our monthly payment formula. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to show you the next one. Here's the easier way to do it. So type in equals and go negative PMT. PMT stands for payment in Excel or Google Sheets. And it needs 3 pieces of information. It needs the monthly interest rate. So we're going to take our annual, which is right above it here, all right, in J6. I'm going to divide that by 12 because it needs a monthly interest rate, comma, and then you need to know how many months is the loan for, and it's for 360 months, comma, and then it needs to know the loan amount, which is right up here at $475,000. And you hit enter. And that's the, oh, you know what? Hang on, I've typed in the wrong one. So let me go over that again. Equals, I go negative PMT, I used the wrong interest rate. Negative PMT parentheses, I want the new APR, which is 2.875%. See, earlier I clicked on the one above it, the original one. I don't want that. I want the new APR divided by 12, so divide that by 12, comma, the number of months, which is 360 months. And again, do not type in 360. You click on 360, all right? And then you want the loan amount, which is $475,000. And the monthly payment should be lower, and it is. The old one was $2,067, right? The new one's $1,970. So when the APR drops or goes down, so does the monthly payment. Now, how much did you save? Well, let's calculate that. So equals the old one, right, minus the new one, the lower one. Okay, and then you hit return. And so we're saving about almost $100, about $96 and change. Now, it costs like to purchase get discount points, it's not free, right? So let's calculate the cost. So that's the number of points, right? 3 in this case, all right, times 1% or 0.01 times your loan amount, okay, which is $475,000. And so let me click back on here. So your cost, again, is the number of points, which is in J5. Look up here at the top, J5 times 1%. It's always times 1% or 0.01 times your loan amount, okay? Not the purchase price, but the loan amount. All right, and then the next one here, the break-even month, well, that's just the cost divided by the savings. So type in equals, go cost divided by the savings, press enter. So it takes about 148 months to break even. Let's change that to years. So go equals, let's take the months divided by 12. Takes a little over 12 years, right? Almost 12 and a half years to do that, to break even. Okay, now let's go over here to the annual gross income. Okay, so let's, again, here this varies depending on the couple, right? When you buy a home, you usually put your money together. Like my wife and I, we put our incomes together. We have a total combined income of something, but we have to enter a number in just to play with numbers. So let's type in 185,000. Not that my wife and I make that much. It's different than that. All right, but let's just say that this couple here earns 185,000 combined income annually. Let's say that this house, it depends on the city you live in, but let's say that based upon this price of the house in the city, that property tax comes out to be $9,600. And the home insurance annual premium, let's say that that's $1,250. Again, this all depends on your carrier, like Allstate or State Farm, or, there's a zillion different insurance companies out there. But that depends on them, and it depends on your purchase price, and it depends on a lot of things. Where you live, how much you're insuring, how big your property is, et cetera, et cetera. This is not an easy number to come up with. Let's suppose your car payment is $425, and let's say that you're spending $1,750 a month in credit card debt. Okay, we got to convert this to monthly, so let's do that. So your monthly income is your annual, which is 185,000 divided by 12. Your monthly property tax is equal to your annual property tax divided by 12. Your monthly home insurance is your annual, so equal to your annual divided by 12. Your car payment, your monthly car payment is the same as the one over here on the left because it's monthly. And then your credit card payment, well, that's equal to whatever you're spending per month, and it's over here. Okay, so I just converted everything to monthly, and the reason why we needed to do that is because we had to figure out the front end and back end ratios, which we'll get to in a minute. All right, let's take a look at the housing budget first, though. Okay, housing budget is, the low end is 25% of the monthly income. So let's go 0.25 or equal to 0.25 times your monthly gross, which is up here in F12. Okay, it's times 25% times your monthly income, not your annual. Okay, ooh, that shouldn't be a percentage. You know what? Hang on. Let me delete these guys. These should not be. Oh, you know what I did? Let me just 25%, 30%. Oh, let's put our percentages in. Ooh. Hang on. What's going on here? 30. Oh, okay. Hang on. Gotta delete this. Okay, convert it to a percent. Typed in 30. There we go. Now over here, let's figure out what 25% is. So go equal. So this is in D19 now. So equal to your percentage over here on the left, all right, times your monthly income, which is in F12. Okay. And then your next one here is equal to your 30% times your monthly income, which is in same location, F12. There you go. So we can't spend more than $4,600 on our housing budget right here. Okay, so that's really important to understand. Okay, and we're in the range. Our monthly payment's a little over $2,000. We're less than the low end, so we're good there. Okay. Now, last couple things. We got front end ratio. Okay, so here we go. This is going to be equal to our housing expenses divided by our gross monthly income. Okay, so parentheses here. So our housing expenses, what are they? Well, it's the property tax. It's our monthly payment, first of all. So it's monthly payment plus our property tax plus our monthly home insurance right there. Close out the parentheses. Let's divide it by our monthly gross income, which is $15,416, or what's located in F12. And it gives us a ratio. Okay, so we have to be less than 28% there, and we definitely are. I mean, 19.27% is less than 28% by a long shot. So we're looking good at this point. Might be able to afford the loan here. Let's figure out our back end ratio. This is going to be equal to, okay, go parentheses here. We gotta throw in the credit card payment and the car payment into this one here. So let's start off with our monthly payment here, plus property tax, plus our home insurance, plus our car payment, monthly car payment, plus our credit card payments. All right, close it off. Divided by our gross monthly income, which is up here in F12, or $15,416 and change. Hit enter. And we're right about 33, 34%, and we're under 36%. So, ooh, this is looking good. We qualify so far. All right, last thing we need to talk about are closing costs. So let's put this in here and let's type in closing costs, because I forgot to type it in when I designed this for you guys. All right, so closing costs here, and let's figure out the closing costs for 1 point, for 2 points, and let's figure out for 3 points. All right, so here we go. So closing costs is a percentage of let me see. You know what? Closing costs. You know what? Let me back up here. This number here, the closing costs, that depends on your loan. So let's come up with some fictitious number here. My loan for $500,000 house like 7 years ago was around $12,000 bucks. So let's type in $12,000 just to play with that number. Now notice it's not currency, so go up here at the top of the menu and click on the $ to convert it to a currency. Okay, so it has a $ up here. And let's say we don't have that closing costs. Let's say we don't have $12,000 to pay for the loan. Well, that means that we need to purchase some points, right? So let's say we got to figure out how many points that we need to purchase in order to cover the closing cost of 12,000. Okay, so let's do that. So this to purchase 1 point, all right, we need to calculate 1% of our loan amount. So that's going to be equal to 0.01, all right, times our loan amount, which is $475,000. 2 points would be equal to 0.02. Okay, 0.02 times your loan amount, which is $475,000. And 3 points would be equal to 0.03 times your loan amount, which is up here. All right, which is, oh, look at that. So which one? How many points do we need to purchase to cover the closing costs? Well, 1 point is definitely not enough. 47,000 or 4,700 is not even close to being enough. 9,500 is not enough. 14,250 is enough. It'll cover all the closing costs and then some. All right, so they're going to cut us a check for $2,250 because we're over the closing amount. Okay, so we need to purchase 3 points. So let's go over here in the negative point section. We need 3 negative points, so type in 3. Original APR was equal to 3.25%, so click on J6 up there. All right, enter. The increase as a percent is going to be the same as the previous one here, so 0.00125. We're not going to convert that to a percent here, so I'm going to go up to the menu bar, click on percent. There we go, and then add a digit to it. There we go. Now, new APR, here we go. New APR is the old APR, which is 3.25% minus, all right, the number of points, which is 3, times the discount, which is 0.125%. And that gives you a lower, back it up. It's increase. I got to add instead of subtract. So let me go back up there, change the formula up here. Should be plus instead of minus, sorry. Going too fast. Okay, plus, when you purchase negative points, the APR is going to go up. So we add instead of subtract. So go ahead and click on that. Go up to the menu bar, add a digit to it. And so the new APR is going to be 3.625%, because when you purchase negative points to cover the closing costs, the APR goes up. That's how they get their money back. Okay, and now the new monthly payment, what is that going to be? Well, it's going to be equal to negative PMT. Okay, now you got to take your new APR. Okay, so why isn't it going here? Hang on. Give me a second here, guys. I have a little connection issue here, I think. So, negative PMT. That is in J19. Let me see. J19. So, J19 divided by 12. What's going on here? And then a number of months is 360. That's located in D or F8. I don't know what's going on with my connection right now. So F8. And then the loan amount, which is located in F5. So F5. Okay, so that was weird. Okay, so look at the very top. Look at my payment formula here. So equals negative PMT, and then J19. Okay, I have to take the new interest rate, the higher interest rate, which is 3.65% divided by 12 to go to monthly, comma F8, which is your number of months, which is 360 months, comma F5, which is your loan amount, and it gives you a higher monthly payment. Notice the monthly payment went up now. So what is that monthly increase? Well, let's calculate it. Let's take the new monthly payment here, which is located in J20. right, minus the old monthly payment, which is located in F9. Okay, hit enter, and it's going to be an increase of 99 bucks and a penny. All right, because they need to get their money back, right? Okay, so cost of doing that's going to be equal to the 14,250, which is located in F21. So F21, break even month. Okay, so we take the cost divided by the increase. So let me do that. So equals the cost, which is right above it here in J22. All right, divided by slash the increase, which is located in J21. Yep, there you go. Press enter. So it's going to take about 144 months to break even. So the bank gets their money back, and then we just take that and divide it by 12 to get the break even year. So just take this one here, which is in J23. All right, divide that by 12, and you get the number of years, which is almost 12 years. And there we go. There's the entire project in a nutshell. All right, and of course, this is a video, right, guys? And so you can obviously go through this again if you need to and have fun with it. So do your best, all right? Practice and just get good at it. And of course, you know, this is a very, very valuable tool. Once you do it right and design it correctly, guess what? You could use it on your final. How about that? I mean, because this is the entire Chapter 7 in a nutshell. Keep that in mind. So make sure you design it correctly, because all of this is editable. Like if you change this number right here, 500,000 to maybe $650,000 house, look at this. Everything changes automatically. You change the interest rate from 3.25% to 3.75%. Let's say from 30 years to 20 years, everything changes automatically. And that's why people in the bank use the spreadsheet here, because all you do is enter the data and it calculates everything for you. Let's say a couple comes in and they don't make 185,000, they make 165,000. Okay, right there. Look at that. Look at the back end ratio. Look what happened. They don't make enough money. Now their back end ratio is 49%, and it has to be less than 36%. So this couple, they didn't make enough money. They won't get the loan for the house. They bought too much house. So let's say we change it to a $500,000 house. Oh, they can't even afford a $500,000 house because now the back end ratio is 42%. Okay, let's say 450,000. They still can't even afford that. See, that's the beauty of a spreadsheet. You can change the values and everything changes automatically. All right, so give it a go. All right, and if you have any questions, I'll see you in class. This is Mr. Ainsworth. Take care. Bye-bye.